What's going on, everybody? How we doing? How we doing?
Terrible.
Doing terrible. Oh no.
No, we're doing great. Hocevar won it.
Hocevar wins. Dega delivers.
Dega did
weekend.
deliver.
Good weekend overall.
Good weekend.
O'Reilly race wasn't terrible. Cletus had a hell of a show, and then we got a Hocevar win and a hell of a race. You know, we talked about it the other day with the way they managed the stages, or the way they swapped the stages out. Would it work? And it did. It worked.
I agree.
Then we get Hocevar out here doing probably the best win celebration I've ever seen. That was incredible.
Yeah, and I mean, prior to him celebrating, he drove the front of the pack like he's done it 100 times before.
Yep. I mean, you had Bubba wrecked out. I like it. Denny and Logano wrecked out. Denny had a terrible day. Ross Chastain got him Gibbs. Ross Chastain got him a stage win. Ran a solid race. Good points day for him. Then the Hocevar win, man. I'm in a good mood.
Good day.
I'm in a good mood.
I'm in a great mood. So. Now, I mentioned that he got out front and drove like he's done it 1,000 times. There was a reason for that. You know my opinion on it, but do you think that him playing iRacing like he does had any impact on how he controlled the front of the super speedway? He's only ran one a few times. He's 23. He's been cup driving a few. Yeah. And then that leads into a bigger thing. Is there with the iRacing guys that are coming up? William Byron's another one that has won a super speedway race more than once. Is that kind of an attribute that we look at when we talk about who has the potential of winning one of these races? You know, because these
iRacing's going to be the catalyst into ARCA and Truck Series, and then each series is the catalyst into the next. That's the sequel.
Yep. It is. You know, imagine 20 years ago, we go, all right. You know, we've got this game, and this game actually has some tangible benefit and potentially a path into NASCAR racing. People call you crazy,
right?
But here we are. There seems to be a pretty heavy correlation between the guys that are playing the game and the guys that are winning the races at the top level, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah. I mean, look at what William Byron's not a bad driver. I mean, he got the record to prove it. And he came through iRacing.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the days aren't done where you're dirt track racers and stuff, they kind of make the leaps up. This iRacing it's just another avenue. Path in. It's another avenue.
Yeah.
And so
and I mean, and you could argue that it opens the door for more people, right?
Right.
You know, what's easier to acquire? You know, a family that's
did he race before iRacing, Raja?
I think he's a diversity deal, but I think I don't think he ran asphalt cars or anything prior to.
Yeah, I think it was an iRacing deal. I follow him on Twitch, and
Mm-hmm.
I usually watch whenever he's iRacing on there.
Yeah, which I don't know if he got into iRacing because he was into iRacing, or if he got into iRacing because he's buddies with Carson. You know, there was that really viral video where people were cracking up.
Yeah.
When with the Cup race was under rain delay.
Oh yeah, last year I remember it.
Yeah,
I was watching it live.
I can't remember which one of them was streaming, but one of them was.
It was Carson's channel.
Yeah, and then I guess people weren't paying attention, and Roger got on there, and the whole fucking chat goes, "What happened to Carson?"
Yeah, he went out to chase down what was that kid? The Rizzler. Carson found out he was there, so he went to chase him down.
That's right. That's too funny. That is too funny.
But yeah, it's
Yeah, no, good day. We got what we got what we paid for sure. Typically these races for me are kind of a bust. I looked forward to this weekend primarily because Cletus.
yeah,
And let's call it for what it is. Cletus had one mistake that cost him a win. He did not need to get down close to the guy on his inside, and getting close to him gave dude an opportunity to put his bumper on his quarter, and that's what
right.
cost him the race. He had the momentum. He could have stayed up away from him and drove around him, and that would have been checkmate. But outside of that, we're talking about a guy that has no previous asphalt experience, like as far as circle track goes.
Yeah, not at this level. I mean, he runs Crown Vics around his own track. So,
and once again, that's only been a thing for a couple of years. You know what? Twice a year. Once again, we're racing. He's racing with guys that have been racing every weekend since they were 5. Thousands of races, thousands of laps, thousands of different tracks. Not thousands of different tracks. You get what I'm saying? 100, 150 different tracks.
right.
And he's 2 years into the whole circle track venture, 3 years into the whole circle track venture. And, we call it 2 years in ARCA, but ARCA only gets a couple races a year.
Well, he released a video, kind of like a almost one Dega or something like that. Was the title on it. And
yeah,
he kind of hinted that he was so excited after that he's looking to go rack up a bunch of sponsors and do a full season.
Yeah,
he gets a full season under his belt, he will be ready for O'Reilly. Skip trucks.
Yeah. Because in my personal opinion, I think trucks are harder to drive than O'Reillys, but I think the competition's a lot better in O'Reillys. So it's kind of a yin yang.
Yeah.
The trucks have a very critical problem where you come up off the corner and they just float the rear, big time. They snap loose. He was a victim to that, and we've seen it time and time again of guys coming up off the corner where the car feels hooked up, and then it just snaps loose. That being said, you put him in an O'Reilly's car, it's probably something he's actually legitimately more comfortable in, but the competition, especially at drafting tracks, for instance, the competition's not going to be scared to be on his bumper. In ARCA series, they kind of give themselves room. Now, when they're at a super speedway, when they're locked in, they're heading down a straightaway, they will get up on each other and they might touch each other a little bit. But in the O'Reilly series, where an ARCA car would be 10 foot off your bumper, the O'Reilly series, they never come 3 foot off your bumper, and that does a lot for really the comfort level. So. He'll have to be comfortable being closer to cars, and that's something that you only can really gain with experience.
Yeah. Well, I'm up here on the TV above my head here. I'm gonna play this Carson Hocevar celebration because it's awesome.
Been in this sport a long time. This kid, he's been knocking on the door, as I said earlier, and I knew his time was coming.
He did exactly what Luke Lambert said he needed to do. Keep yourself in a position.
Now, what's funny about this is when we were watching it, you were saying he was too tall to get out of the car, and I was saying he was trying to get the car turned off.
Yeah.
And we were both wrong. And then after a second, we realized he's trying to do something crazy.
Yep.
And then he did it.
Which is not really a surprise at all.
No, goodness no. He's figured out his thing. Carson, I don't think is ever going to be the champion tier. When I say champion tier, I mean like dominant, multi-time champion.
Yeah,
but he can go out there.
Type modern days. Yeah.
Logano, Blaney. I would call Hamlin a champion, but he technically hasn't won one. But he's won enough races that we can just give him credit that he is also that tier. Level. He's not going to be that, but he'll be the one that goes out there and say over his career he wins 15 races. And I don't see that being unachievable. But he'll be so fun every time he wins that you can't help but watch him.
Here's the win.
And little things like this make the difference.
People hated him even up through last season.
Stenhouse got out there.
And early on, I was kind of the same way, but he
a big
wasn't.
fan myself.
No,
Gentlemen, start your engine.
Oh, who we got? Miz, how you doing, Miz?
Yeah.
Try to make something happen on the outside.
Mr. Miz doing whatever that does. Couldn't tell you,
Was gonna happen, and Zane going
but I
for it.
appreciate you doing it.
Started that.
Priest and Van Gisbergen part of that.
No,
Here's
he'll
where he
win
goes
it.
right here. Here's where he goes. Trying to,
Yep.
we did. I thought he was just like struggling to get out of the car. Well, no, we ain't there yet.
We're getting there. Yeah, because that's what it looks like at first. It looks like he's like got something hung up, whatever else. He keeps messing with it. Looks like the wheel. And what's up, Polar? Yeah, right here. We're like, what is he doing? And he stalls the car at one point. What I come to realize now is this motherfucker is so tall that he's able to hang half his body out of the car and still reach the clutch.
Yeah.
That's what he was doing. He had his foot. He's reached his foot down and hitting the clutch, and then I guess he's trying to kick it in gear. Which, if you ask me, the smarter move would be to get the car rolling, then climb your way out of it. But I don't know.
Yeah.
He obviously knows something I don't. But yeah, it stalls right there.
I think he's wanting to drive.
He's reaching down and hitting the start button, which the fact that the start button's on the right side of the wheel, so he's reaching all the way across the wheel at this point.
No,
Yeah, the start button.
Sitting on the door.
Yeah, he
Boy,
had a struggle
ate his
for a
vegetables.
minute.
Yeah, I think he's 6'3". So he's not insanely tall, but he's tall for a NASCAR driver.
Yeah, they're usually Porsche jockeys.
Yeah, I mean, you got to think. Really, the only tall ones are him and Logano. Busch, I think, is like 6'1".
At this point, right here, I'm still thinking, what is he doing?
Yeah, I fully expected him to bounce his shit off the wall.
Yeah.
Which would have, I mean, arguably have been funnier. If he'd have hit the wall and tumbled out of the car and the car stalled, I probably would have pissed my pants.
Yeah, that would have been hilarious.
Yeah,
But this
unless,
is badass though.
oh yeah, and I don't think anybody's upset that he won. I can't imagine somebody being mad that he went out and won it.
Right, man. Yeah, he ate his vegetables. He ate them at Chili's.
At Chili's, yeah. He's trying to catch something. It'd been sick if if somebody had thrown him a beer and he'd have caught it,
Oh yeah, he tried. It'd been badass.
would have been legendary. Would have been there would have been no
NASCAR
greater
rule
celebration.
on it? Would he be allowed to crack it right there? Because he's still in the car, kind of technically.
Buddy, I hate to break it to you, but he's breaking rules right now.
Yeah,
they're a little forgiving on it, but you're technically not supposed to drop your window net on a track at all.
Yeah.
I think it was Dell Jr. that got in trouble for it, cracking his window net, maybe under caution or something. You damn sure ain't supposed to be hanging your ass out the side of the car while it's rolling. Now, do they fine him? If they do, I'll be kind of pissed. Let it be.
Even if they just hit him with a fine, but no,
I don't think
no competition stuff.
I think what you do is you call him. Maybe this conversation's already been had. You go, hey Carson, listen, congrats on the win. It was sick. You gave us incredible content, but we can't have people doing what you did today. And I'm gonna have to make it look like I got on your ass.
Yeah.
So that nobody does it again. Listen, it was sick, but just when we release our little press deal, make it look like we reamed your ass about this, and let that be that. But yeah, if they find him, I'll be a little disappointed.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised if they did. It's
NASCAR. But they'll find. Here's what pisses me off. They'll find him, but that clip right there will be on next week's B-roll.
It's probably already on the front page of NASCAR.com.
Yep, they'll find him now. If they find him $25,000-$30,000 and this is on the B-roll, that's some bullshit.
Well, Carson Hocevar.
So people that don't know or are watching, Carson Hocevar here came up through iRacing, made it to Cup level.
Yep.
This is his third full season?
Let me back up.
He raced,
Carson raced a lot of asphalt, like asphalt late models and stuff. Yeah. That being said, Carson has a massive following on iRacing and plays iRacing religiously. I've actually raced with him on iRacing. On
you were streaming it in Discord.
Yep.
I was in there with you. Yeah, this is his first career win.
Let me add, actually, passed his ass. But nonetheless, he plays iRacing a ton. But the dude he's almost like a streamer that's a race car driver, not a race car driver that happens to stream. He's got the meme kind of like the attitude. Like he's funny. He's a goofball. One night there's viral clips of him just fucking grabbing his megaphone and saying some stupid shit. He's a funny dude. He's a hell of a character.
Yeah, that's what sport needs.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen the clip of yesterday? Him getting excited for Cletus?
No, I hadn't.
Yeah, he was. There's a clip floating around of Carson jumping over the wall at pit road, just kind of fist pumping for Cletus.
When the track was live?
Yes.
Holy shit.
Oh my goodness.
That's crazy.
Nobody was on pit road, but he was happy for Cletus.
Yeah.
I guess
he did a fucking bang up job. And Carson's a good one for Cletus to have in his pocket.
Yeah.
Carson showed today, and he's been showing it recently, but especially today, a lot of racecraft. A lot of fucking racecraft. We were watching the race together, and I kept pointing things out, acknowledging things where the way he had control of the lead was very impressive. This wasn't a Reddick type win where he's missing a fucking fender and two dudes happen to get together and he happens to motor around him. He controlled the race and actually won it. So, very impressive.
Well, my driver, old Ross Chastain, there to win stage 2. And he made it a little dicey right there at the end to get that win, too. That stage win. Of course, that's what he does. That's why I like it.
But that's Chastain, yeah. Yeah, another one that people spent a lot of time disliking, and I think there's still a lot of people that have an issue with him, but
them are the people
those
that
same
need to go watch F1 and Indy. I've said it over and over again.
The hypocrisies of NASCAR kill me because the same people that are pissed off at Chastain also, go to bed and pray to Dale before they go to sleep. Dale had a lot of people that disliked him prior to his passing.
Oh, I know. I grew up in the house of it. I grew up in a Rusty Wallace household.
Mm-hmm.
They were arch nemesis on the track.
Oh, yeah. Him and then Gordon was another big one. If you had a Jeff Gordon fan, they were typically pretty pissed off. There's the the viral clip where, Dale's doing some sort of TV advertisement.
Jeff Jordan.
Does it say Jeff Jordan?
He does. Dale could barely read.
Oh, well, you know what I'm talking about? If it's a 24 car, whoop his ass or some shit like that. Or wreck or some bitch.
Jeff Jordan, put him in the wall.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Yeah. So
I
thought I said Jeff Jordan.
Yeah. Yeah. Apparently Dale Earnhardt he really could not read very well. So
I believe it. I mean, you got to realize his upbringing. I mean, it was all racing from the get go. His dad raced, and by the time he was racing, it was race to eat. It wasn't it wasn't fun where daddy had a toter that used to take him to the track on the weekends, and then he'd sleep in the back of the toter on the way home. It was showed up with a box truck pulling a open trailer.
His ex-wife, all his kids' mom.
Yeah.
I wonder how many regrets she has in life now, leaving him over the racing. And then he become
Who he was?
At one point, he was only behind Michael Jordan in sports merchandise sales.
You know, he's still number like 2.
Who needs reading? You can drive like hell. That's right.
Yeah. You know, he's still like top 2 or 3 for merch sales at NASCAR races today.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I hate that Teresa's pocketing it, but fuck her.
Yeah, me too. Mm-hmm. You know, he's buried on their property that she owns, and I'm pretty sure that the kids won't go out and see the.
She won't allow
gravesite.
It. They've talked about it. They've talked about it on Dell Junior Download, and it's some bullshit. No, Kyle, I have not. A lot of weird shit has happened in life, but everything got leveled back out here recently. All of it.
$10 million.
So
he's short $10 million. Actually, $11 million.
We'd shut our company down, and I started doing some other stuff. How to explain it? I was doing maintenance work basically as a contractor, and one of the companies I was doing it for just brought me on full time last week. So not fully recovered yet, but it's on the way. I'm just looping this damn Carson Hocevar video up here. It's badass.
Yeah, it's so fucking sick. It's proper.
Yeah. You had mentioned that. So that went through. Last time I talked to you, that was just about to happen. Let me pull up this clip of the win.
What a day. What a proper win. Paid me out my shares. I was hired on the new company. Swap over at hell yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. So what's you just kind of hanging out right now, waiting on the swap over, or they got you busy doing something in the transition phase, or how's that working?
Contact, 4 cars into the wall. Leaders coming to the line. Number 13, first time winner, Carson Hocevar. Up on the bottom, they're 3 wide. Priest, contact, 4 cars into the wall. Leaders coming to the line. Number 13, first time winner, Carson Hocevar.
I was so excited when he passed that start finish line.
Up on the bottom.
Oh yeah, I was pumped.
Is he going to pull up?
Chastain's
going to pull up.
Shit.
Oh man, that was a tight.
Very tight. Bell covers Chastain back to the bottom. Buscher with him. Stenhouse gives Bell a bump. They're up in the north banking, coming out of turn 4. Final lap, stage 2. Chastain with a gap. Is it too big a gap?
I think it might
long way
be,
to the
Mike.
finish line.
Hell yeah.
There they come. Chastain trying to cover both lanes.
Well, now's a
into
good
the
time to
tri-oval.
mention that I'm still doing what I've always been doing, which is selling pictures of my feet on the internet.
And beat.
If you're into feet, just let me know.
Is he going to pull?
Well, I'm just glad that toe fungus went away so you could get back on your feet.
Literally. I had to limp there for a while, but we got that handled. The picture quality is a lot better.
Yeah, good stuff.
You try to be the sugar daddy.
Well, shit. So we got Texas next week, ain't it? Ain't it Texas?
Yep, and I like Texas. That's going to be a good race. It should be a good race. That'll probably be a Larson, Hamlin, Blaney race.
Yeah,
maybe a little bit of Reddick. Yeah, it's a good time. It's a fun one. I don't know what we have after Texas. I'm kind of curious about that now. You got me on a thing. Got me curious, brother.
Actually, on NASCAR.com right now, looking that up.
The Glen. So that's going to be boring.
I like Watkins Glen.
Do you really? Yeah, I don't care for it.
Oh shit! Then we got the All-Star race after that.
Dover's a fun one.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm looking at the truck series. My bad.
Yeah. Then let's see. Then we go to Charlotte.
Oh,
After Dover, we got
now
Charlotte.
that's a fun one. Charlotte is one of my favorites. Now Charlotte's
like Charlotte.
That's Indy weekend, so there'll be a lot of racing.
Yep.
Now I don't think any of the NASCAR drivers are doing the double this year. So
I was about to say I haven't heard of the double talk at all. Kyle Larson needs to give up on that. It ain't going well for him.
I agree. It hadn't worked out for him. You know, his first year he did well. He run 7th, penalized on pit road. Last year I think kind of sucked.
Smart, Kyle.
But the 600's fun.
Coming to some money, have a guy. Let's see. Nashville. Then we got Nashville. I like Nashville.
Nashville's fun. I'd like to go to a Nashville race.
Yeah.
Michigan. What weekend is the Nashville race?
It's May. It's the last weekend of May.
Mm-hmm.
May 31st. Last day of May.
Michigan's on Father's Day, it looks like.
Yeah. Michigan's fun. Michigan's fast.
Yeah. Yeah, and Michigan goes to the top. Pocono's boring as shit. I'm saying it, and I'm standing by it.
Yes,
Coronado Street Course couldn't fucking tell you where that's at. It's San Diego.
Oh, that's the naval base.
Yeah, that's going to be boring.
That'll be interesting. Well, they should have bridged out to an aircraft carrier and used it as a straightaway and another bridge down. That'd be cool because it'll float just a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then right after it, another.
No.
Yeah, another street road course.
That's odd. They have 2 back to back. Okay. The June, first half of June is going to be fun, but second half, I don't know. The Navy base could be cool. It'll be visually cool.
Dude, it's going to be Pocono, Coronado, Sonoma, and that's Chicagoland. Never mind. I was thinking it was the same shit. Yeah. Chicagoland's fun though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Chicagoland's a good time.
Back to Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot North Wilkesboro was on there. Indy. I'm not a big fan of Indy.
Not even close.
Maybe if they did what they did with the stages today at Indy, that could make it a race. No,
it won't be though. Remember the last 2 or 3 years they went there, it's literally been follow the leader. There's no passing. It's just a single lane.
Oh, you got you a new truck? What'd you buy? Kyle? Let's see what we got. So we got Iowa, Richmond, New Hampshire, back to Daytona. Okay. So we got the Carson win. Let's look at this. See. Those don't count. Daytona 500, Reddick. Blaney, Hamlin, Reddick, Chase Elliott, Ty Gibbs, Tyler Reddick. I've said Reddick too many times. It's some bullshit. And TikTok don't like Reddick. They don't like his name.
No, I can see why.
Yeah, I can see why. When I got that notice, yeah. Oh hell yeah! 2026 Platinum F-150, nice. Let's see. Yeah, I woke up one morning, looked at my phone, I got a notification from TikTok that they had removed that hashtag. It's literally just hashtag Tyler Reddick.
Yeah, I think it hits too close to home with his last name.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He's Ginger, Reddick. Start doing some math. Yeah.
Yeah, it don't even take much math.
No. Yeah, TikTok's weird across the board. Certain things will hit on TikTok, and then the other ones, like it'll just stay dead.
Here's one. This is always fun to watch.
Yeah, took my driver out right there. Can't see it. Yep.
Under scenario.
Yeah, that was the big one, and I'll give them
There
credit.
it's down.
Yeah,
they
see,
always say
and that's why the
That's a
caution
Menno
came
Johnson
out. The
video.
carcass of that tire
Hey, yeah, it's me.
rolling off onto the racetrack.
Yeah, TikTok is sensitive.
Under scenario.
If you're homeless.
Under scenario.
But yeah. Well, shit. Overall, good weekend.
Good weekend. Yeah, that was one of the better weekends we've had so far this year. We've had some boring ass races. Can't remember what race went like damn near caution free. It was just follow the leader the whole time. I think it was last week.
Yeah, it was last week. Yeah, it went caution free till Tyler Reddick just needed the caution.
Yeah, I think one thing they need to put in place is a black flag rule too. When we were doing the race at Bowman, Denny wrecked like 7 times, and he'd just go to the back. They'd let him wreck again, cause another caution. I would like to see that if a driver causes more than 2 cautions, he's black flagged.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea, really.
Well, they do it in other forms of racing, in other disciplines. That's a normal thing. If you by the time when you cause your 3rd caution, they just park your ass. And then there may be some situations. Cody Ware's those kind of drivers where there's a good chance they cause multiple cautions.
Yeah, well, shit, Denny should have just parked it today himself. Lord.
Yeah, Denny struggled.
Listening to Fox commentators, they were just, Denny getting his light back? Is Denny getting his light back?
Yeah, it was a glaze fest, is what it was.
It was
with him and with Bubba too. Bubba got close to the front, and they were all just over themselves about him actually being up front.
Them getting on Denny, Bubba, and Tyler Reddick. It's just like it's hard to listen to.
Tyler had damage and was running in the back of the pack. They're like, he's not out of it yet. Then he blows a tire. They're like, he's not out yet. It's like, dude, we get it, bud. But he's in the back of the pack. We're watching good racing up front between Bowman and Stenhouse and Hocevar.
And old Stenhouse, he just ain't that good, except them super speedways. But you catch him near the front of the, he's a weapon, and I don't mean that in a bad way, and in a good way, on these super speedways. That's his
Ricky
thing.
Stenhouse, he's a good pusher. He is. He's very good at pushing. I'll give him that. Outside of that, I don't think he's got a lot of technicality to him. But yeah, you let him push somebody, he does well.
Dirt rally?
Dude, I cover it any type of racing.
Yeah, I love rally racing. I think it's awesome. I don't follow it closely, but I'll tune into it and have a good time watching it.
I've got a series. It's going to be multiple accounts just based on the reality of what I'm doing. But I'm going to start. So I've got Flow and Dirt Vision and all that stuff. So I'm going to start streaming races probably close to nightly. A lot of local racing and small town racing that happens throughout the week and through the weekend. So there's probably going to be some rally and snowboard or not snowboard. The fuck are they called?
There's a Discord for that. What you could do is set up an announcements channel in that Discord, and I will also put that in my Discord where auto pulls.
Yeah, I can do that.
And
fucking A, what's the dude? Why am I drawing a blank? Snowcross, the fucking snowmobiles. Holy shit, that was a struggle. But all that shit pops up that I get it on Flow Racing, so it'd be all kinds of wild shit. Those big ass mud buggies that they do down in Florida, sled pulls, all that shit. So I'll have all that shit streamed. I'm as much as I am a NASCAR fan and like circle track and stuff, we're going to branch out and cover all of it. Yeah, y'all have NASCAR in Canada, but it really fucking sucks. Y'all don't have a lot of automotive like driving talent up in Canada. Don't take offense to that, but it's just the reality of it. So y'all do see more. Jim's cracking up. It's the truth. It's the truth. Canada don't name a good driver come out of Canada.
NASCAR, is there any?
No. I'm just talking about in general. They don't have to be NASCAR, just in general.
Do we have any international drivers other than Suarez? Oh, SVG.
Not Marcos. What's his fucking name?
The guy that hit the he hit the track dryer and blew it up. Shit, what was it? I would know his name if you wasn't asking me.
Juan Pablo Montoya.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's
and
it.
then the fucking old guy. Damn it. What's the fucking I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out, brother.
They're pre-race, when
Marcos Ambrose is
I forgot about him.
Mario Andretti. That's who I was trying to fucking say.
Oh, I didn't even realize he was.
Yeah, he's Italian.
I didn't realize that. I didn't know the Andretti's were Italian. So Talladega. So Fox is doing all this shit where they're just kind of showing footage around the track and all that, and they zoom in on this crowd of people right there on the front stretch in the stands pre-race. And there is a mountain of beer cans up against the fence.
Hell yeah.
It had to be 500 at least.
Hell yeah.
I was like, that's Dega. Even, it turned out to be an awesome race, but going in fully expected a boring race, but it was like, I'm going to watch Dega. And that's why Dega is just it's redneck heaven. Drag racing's really big up there. I have a hard time watching drag racing. I've done drag racing is a lot of fun. But it's kind of like watching golf. It's more fun to do than watch.
Yeah.
Now watching it live is awesome because it's just the whole environment. But like on TV, no, I can't really watch drag racing on TV. Now,
I've got you some statistics.
They got those 4 wide nationals tonight. NHRA does. That's kind of cool.
That is fun to watch. I got some statistics for you here. There have been 15 to 20 Canadian drivers who have made at least one start in the NASCAR Cup Series. Between all of them, there's been one total win by a guy named Earl Ross at Martinsville Speedway in 1974.
That's rough.
A little rough. That's okay.
Still better than Daniel Suarez. Fuck that guy.
Well, let's see. What about F1?
I don't not like Daniel Suarez. I don't like his wife. I can't stand her.
Here you go. Here's one for you. There's been 15 Canadian F1 drivers. They've won a total of 18 Formula One wins. So better in Formula One. There might be some talent coming out of Canada.
Yeah, over in
that's not bad. Yeah. Jack something. I fucking can't pronounce that name. He was a champion, Canadian F1 champion. That's kind of cool.
The only Canadian NASCAR fan I've ever heard of is Liam.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. NASCAR has a Canadian series, but it's more like an asphalt late model series. They don't really they don't obviously have any like big tracks. I don't even think they have any mile and a halves. I think it's mostly like half mile, 5/8 mile top stuff.
Y'all have any big ovals up there?
I don't think so. Does Canada have any large oval tracks? Old Chat GPT doing the research for me.
Hell yeah.
Make it easy. Okay, so Delaware Speedway is in Canada. It's a half mile. Sunset Speedway's third mile. Autodrome, quarter mile. Sutherland, it's a quarter mile. Yeah, they don't have any big tracks.
I got you, Miz.
Yeah, and that's y'all really win the sports game in that sense as well, because hockey is so much fucking cooler than baseball is.
Yes, it is.
Baseball falls under the same category as golf to me. Hockey's badass. I don't watch hockey near enough, truthfully. I watched it with Liam one night, and it's pretty sick.
Yeah. Was a couple weeks ago. Yeah, he was.
Yeah. Now we talked some shit because us Americans put an ass whooping on Canada not too long ago. So we was talking shit the whole time, but nonetheless, that's y'all's sport, and it's a badass sport.
We were pulling for the Canadian team, even though they were playing a team from the United States. Only because that team is from New Jersey, and
New Jersey's way worse than Canada.
Them. Yeah, we don't count them.
No, New Jersey is kind of like the East Coast California, in my opinion. I'd be happier without them. The rest of them small fucking states up there in the Northeast, California can exit stage left as well. Washington, if they wanted to, could take off.
New Jersey,
Oregon. Good with Oregon being out of the picture.
I've never been more out of place in my life than I was in New Jersey. One, I went into a gas station trying to buy a beer, and they literally said, "Where are you from?" And my father-in-law was in there with me. He goes, "We're from a free state," and we left. Yeah, apparently you have to go to like a state-run distribution center to buy, beer, liquor, and alcohol in general.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah. And then
I did not know that.
We're in a rental car and we need some gas. So we pull in a gas station and he's driving. I jump out. I'm going to pump the gas. And this dude's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Getting gas." And he explains to me, I'm not allowed to pump my own gas there. Because literally in New Jersey, stupid. You are not allowed to pump your own gas. An attendant has to do it for you. Yeah, it was
it's pretty tacky.
Wild experience up there. Then we went to some restaurant one morning, and it was supposed to be like Southern breakfast food. It was awful. Actually, that whole New Jersey, New York, that whole area, everybody talks about the food in New York being so good. It's awful. It's terrible. Now, I had one good piece of food up there, and it was like this authentic Brazilian place, and it was like a roasted chicken. It was really good, but other than that, their pizza was terrible. New York style pizza is good.
I went to a pizza place in New York City, and it was good. It was pretty good. Now, is it so much incredibly better that you can't have it down here? Fuck no.
Hell yeah, man. I was trying to seize all the handguns, and they said, "Come get them." That's the way it should be.
Yeah. Canada's crazy. Liam was talking about like what it takes to carry one and acquire one and stuff like that. Like he's got shotguns and stuff, but no pistols. To where I got pistols laying around kind of like I've got, like spare socks.
Right.
Like all my vehicles have a pistol in them. Got one just chilling in the room. At one point, I left town and wasn't driving my truck, so pulled the one out of my truck, and they're like pistols. They're just like little. They're like a spare. It's like a pocket knife.
Yeah, I was about to say it's pocket knife. You just have it.
Yeah, it's just it's like a when you have more than one pocket knife, you got one you carry every day, but you'll go in there and you'll find a pocket knife sitting on top of the fucking counter or top of the fridge or whatever else. Like they just are littered around to where it supposedly is a lot bigger deal up there.
Yeah, it's craziness.
Yeah, that is wild. Can y'all own silencers in Canada, like at all?
Yeah. What's the suppressor rule up there?
Yeah, because you can get one here.
Yeah, you can get it, which is, dude, you should be able to buy a suppressor at a gas station with no paperwork, nothing.
I agree.
They do not do what TV shows you they do. Well, unless you're running subsonic 300. If you run a subsonic 300 blackouts, yeah, you hear the bolt. That's it. But
yeah.
In general, though,
any sub round, they can be pretty fucking quiet.
It's still audible, though. It's still audible. I've shot a lot of suppressors.
The only one that's as quiet as it looks like in the movies is a 22.
Yeah,
where you get just a click.
Something about subsonic 300 blackouts, then your range is really short on those. So it's, and if you shoot regular ammunition through a suppressor, you still get the boom because you broke the sound barrier every time.
Yeah, even with the 22.
Yep,
even with the 22, you can put a silencer on a 22 if it's like, the little Remington, what do they call those little fucking rounds? I've got like 1,000 of them.
Thunderbolts.
Thank you. Yeah, those Thunderbolts. It's the weirdest sound because you'll shoot it, it'll be silent at first, but then you'll hear the crack off 10, 20 yards ahead of you. So it'll be like quiet for just a moment, then you hear cloud, and it's like echoing towards you. It's a very odd sound, but yes. But yeah, like a sub 3, that's what my AR is, 300 blackout.
Yeah, I've thought about building 300 blackout AR. Mine's just 5.56.
It's a cool round. 5.56, it's got there's a lot more velocity there. And from what I understand, they consider it a more like lethal round. But 300 blackout stuff is fun.
Yeah, so the whole reason 300 blackout became a big thing is when you shoot 5.56 all the time, you get all this brass. You just build a bunch of brass. All you do is trim the casing. When this is for reloaders, and you put the 7.62 down in it, and you got a 300 blackout.
Yeah, it's a 7.62 round that's
in a 5.56
chambered. Casing. Yeah, in a casing. Yeah. Yeah. I stand on it. It's one of those deals that people don't understand, but a bad guy that wants to do bad things is gonna have a gun. There's never, especially with the internet, there's never a way to prevent that. It is what it is. So it becomes a necessary evil. Not that it's evil at all, but it becomes a necessary evil if you want to look at it that way for a good person to have a gun. They don't ever want to use it. They hope they never have to use it. But they've got to have it just in case. And just having it is enough of a check a lot of times to prevent bad things from happening.
Yep. Well, shit. I guess we'll look toward. We're going to look toward Texas next week.
Yeah, Texas is going to be a good time.
We're going to wrap it on up, y'all. We will see y'all later.
Later.